Mr. Unreal Man here. Just want to do a quick stream. Not sure what the quality is going to be like, and there's a bit of wind here. I did test it, and I didn't hear the wind personally when I did my test recordings. I don't know, but this live stream is going to be interactive. So if you see me answering questions and stuff, it's getting dark out here, but if you see me answering questions and stuff, yeah, if you see me answering questions and stuff, it's because I'm gonna be these questions won't show up on the screen, so that's why I'm saying that if you see me answering questions, it's basically because that question's coming through, so I might not be 100% just throughout, I might go off on some tangents. But yeah, actually I'm making this video because I feel like it's an important message for a lot of you guys that in this life, you're gonna have to take risks, man, to be completely honest with you. I mean, we're living in a society where really you're gonna have to be brave, and it's part of competition, because when you take a risk, you're doing something that other people ain't gonna do. That's the thing. I don't know if the best thing is to stand against the wind or it's coming this direction. I don't know if you guys can even hear that. I didn't hear it, but yeah, you're gonna have to take risks, because when you do something that somebody else isn't willing to do, that gives you an edge. It's like working 80 to 100 hours a week. If somebody's not willing to do it and you do it, that gives you an advantage over them. See, this is the thing. So when you take a risk, it's like in poker. I'm seeing stuff, man. Anyway, it's like in poker, man. You guys know about poker? I'm not very knowledgeable on poker, but I know that a lot of the time you got to take a risk, man, or any kind of casino game. A lot of the time you got to take a risk, bro. Like, you can't just sit there and just hold on to what you have all the time. And let's be honest, most of you guys watching this channel, and I know this from the data that I've acquired from the comments and why do I get so many dislikes? Because most of you guys on this channel are underachievers. And I think it's about time people start being honest about them being underachievers. I think denying the reality of where you are on the food chain is a big problem. And I've spoken about that. I've spoken about that for the longest time, but you can't deny it that you are on the food chain. You can't deny that you are an underachiever. And I'm in that category as well. I'm not bashing anybody. So I don't know why you guys dislike. You guys dislike because I think I do know why, actually. But anyways, back to the point. Most of you guys on this channel are underachievers, and because of that, you're gonna have to be willing to do things that other people ain't gonna do. See, being at the bottom of the food chain, is it a bad thing? Well, you can look at it like this, right? When you're at the bottom of the food chain, you've got nothing to lose. Going back to the poker analogy, you're playing poker, right? I mean, you're gonna have to take a big gamble, because you're not the fat kid, you're not the fat cat with all the money who can just say, you know what, I'm gonna hold on to what I have. You don't have nothing to hold on to anyway. You got nothing to hold on to, so you might as well, take a big risk. I'm always willing to take a risk, always. The thing is, you look at Grant Cardone's philosophy, right? And I'm not a big fan of Grant Cardone, but You look at Grant Cardone's philosophy. He says like 40% of your income goes to taxes. Okay, nothing you can do about that. 40% of your income goes to investments, and you live off the 20%. You live off the 20% of your income, right? So that's what he was saying. That's a philosophy, right? Now, here's the thing. Most of you guys can do that, though. You know why? Because you got no expenses. You got no kids. You got no relationship. You're at the bottom of the food chain. You can't really get women like that. So the thing is that that's a good thing, because if you follow the steps, you're gonna be able to get what you want. You know, you gotta keep your expenses low, guys, as low as possible. What kills most people is the expenses. You know, and this is the thing, like, why you shouldn't have kids at an early age. Having kids before, 31, or before your prime starts in your early 30s as a man, because when you hit your early 30s, you start off, well, first of all, when you hit your early 30s, you've had enough time to establish yourself. But on top of that, you've had enough time to establish yourself, but on top of that, you no longer really have to face the discrimination for being young, because there is discrimination for young guys, because when you're young, people don't take you seriously. They say, oh, you're just a baby, or you're just a kid, you don't know anything. Is somebody is that a light, or is that a camera? Is somebody recording me? I don't know what the hell that is. Somebody's put a light behind me, and it seems like somebody's recording me. Why, I don't know. But I'm not doing nothing wrong, man. I'm in a public place anyway. But anyways, I'm feeling uncomfortable, bro. To be honest with you, I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, but I'm going to continue anyway. What the hell is that? There's some animal behind me. Now, I don't trust this place no more, bro. I think I'm going to have to make a bit of a move, bro. This place is getting weird, bro. It's getting weird. I'm going to find a place to sit down, maybe. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you got to think of it like that, man. You got to... I mean, I shouldn't have submitted to that guy move, but I need to feel comfortable to make this video properly. So yeah, I mean, don't have kids, bro. Like, just, it's a bad idea, really bad idea to have kids. Why are you guys looking for a relationship when you're not established? I don't, like, you see, part of it is it goes back to the instant gratification. You want the female validation now, but what you don't realize is that actually you're gonna have to hold for that female validation. You're gonna have to hold for that. This is part of the problem. You're gonna have to hold on to get that female validation. Let me flip this. You're gonna have to hold on for a bit to get those women, guys. Why are you so reluctant to hold on to it? You're so reluctant to hold. You're so reluctant to get to that position whereby you can just, live your life without so much limitations. Because right now, all of us are living with these bloody kids are screaming. Right now, we're in a position where, we're living with a lot of limitations. This is the problem here. We're living with a lot of limitations, and you're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to suffer if you want to be able to compete, man. Because like the title of this video, risk versus reward. Fortune favors the brave, man. One of my favorite sayings. You want the fame and fortune, you're gonna have to be willing to take the risks in order to get there. That's the thing. None of you guys are here right now because, let's be honest, most of you guys are just playing video. I know you guys are going to watch this replay and dislike. Most of you guys are just playing Call of Duty. I mean, let's be honest, most of you guys ain't really doing any self-improvement, but yet you sit on your channels and you complain. You can't complain if you're not working 80 to 100 hours a week. I can complain, but see, I don't need to complain. What have you ever asked the question, why do I not complain? Why do I not complain? You guys have never asked me that question. It's actually one of the most important questions. Unreal, why do you not complain on YouTube? Because I do the self-improvement. That's the reason why. I don't need to complain, because I see my life is going in the right direction, guys. This is what you guys don't understand about self-improvement. You people who do self-improvement don't complain, because their life is going in the right direction. The people who don't do the self-improvement are the ones who end up complaining because their life isn't improving. That's the thing. Their life isn't improving, but mine is. Mine is improving. You can say what you want about the Unreal, man. You can say, oh, Unreal, you're this, you're that, but at the end of the day, my life is still going in the right direction, though. You can love me, you can hate me. I really don't care. My life is still going in the right direction. Yours isn't. Let's be brutally honest here. Let's be brutally honest here, man. You need to stop being afraid of competition, bro. Like, this is part of the problem. Like, you guys are afraid of competition, but that's because you believe you're inferior. You don't believe, I will say this, I'm going to repeat it again. I don't look at people who's better than me as better than me. I look at people as better than me who made better decisions than me. That's the thing. It's not about, oh, he's better than me. You submit in life. This life is, about dominating other people. That's how you get there. And it's not hard to dominate, See, the group MGTOW, let me just say what I want to say, which is what MGTOW should be preaching, actually. All these guys with kids, all these guys with girlfriends, what they're doing is they're putting their time and energy and effort, especially kids. Because a girlfriend, you can get rid of a girlfriend, but you can't get rid of your kids. And the thing is that these people are the people that you need to dominate. Women as well, because women are not wise with their money. They're going to have to work for somebody else. It's like what Dan Pena said. There's two leverages in life. Other people and other people's money. I'm talking about the first one, other people. You're going to have to dominate. This is not a new concept. Why do you think people had slaves? Now that slavery is illegal, you're going to, but the thing is, this is what it's always been like. It's always been the guy dominating other people. You gotta dominate other people in this world. You can't be some clown just sitting back and allowing other people to get the best of you. No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in allowing other people to get the best of me, because I know that I'm better. I know that I'm better. That's the thing. You may have to take certain risks. You may have to relocate. You may have to, give up some of the things that you do in your life. But at the end of the day, it's so that you better yourself in the future. You better your life situation. I'm not recognized in MGTOW, even though I'm better than all of these MGTOW content creators, because MGTOW content creators are not really telling you the truth. They're telling you bullshit, because how many MGTOW guys are actually even doing this? And a lot of MGTOW guys have kids. Kids MGTOW and no kids MGTOW is not the same thing at all. It's not the same thing. Why are we trying to put everything into one category? Because all MGTOW is a life decision. It's not a life situation. Let me say that again. MGTOW is a life decision. It's not a life situation. If I had kids and I say I'm MGTOW, it's completely different to not having kids and being MGTOW. I'm not saying if you have kids it's over, but if you're on child support especially, how you can't really do, you can't really compete, because how are you going to compete when you're paying child support? You don't make a lot of money, and to begin with, it's hard. It's way harder. I don't really have any advice for those people. I don't really have any advice for those people. So having kids will mess you up big time. Big time. No man should be having kids unless you're born into aristocracy or you're born into wealth. Why there's so many people out here doing weird stuff, bro? Anyways, unless you're born into aristocracy, unless you shouldn't be having kids before you hit your early 30s at least, bro. depending on your situation, but you shouldn't be just having kids. A lot of you guys are stupid for that, man. Having kids is not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. You know, I don't want to, if I have kids, it's not going to be anytime soon. At least for the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Because here's a problem with men. Men are giving away their power for nothing. What are you, like, as a man, you can have kids at any age. So you're submitting to the women's will. I think any guy who has kids under the age of 30, you know, who's not rich, I mean, you notice the sports stars, a lot of these guys have kids early. Because they're sports stars, they can get away with it. But the thing is that the way I look at it, like, a lot of these guys who have kids, like, really early, they do it, right, pretty much because they're simps. Having kids is a simp, yeah, because when you have a kid, right, when you have a kid, you're wasting your time. Why are you submitting to the woman's will? You know, you got guys who are in their 20s and date women in their 30s and have kids with them. You're completely submitting to the woman's will. And this is what I talk about on the food chain. When you're at the bottom of the food chain, yes, you can still get women, but you're going to be submitting to the will of those women, though. You know, you're going to be submitting to the will of those women. That's the problem. You know, I don't know if my stream is being, but how can I have 0 views? I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna keep going. It's gonna be, you know, you guys watch the replay, but you never watch the, not never, but most of the time you never watch the live stream. I don't know why. I'm actually taking questions today, you know, so you guys can talk about this topic if you want. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of you guys are gonna be dominated. You're gonna be dominated by other men, bro. You're not being serious. I told you from the beginning, man. I told you from the beginning, you gotta be serious. But you don't wanna listen. You wanna be scared. You wanna be scared. You don't wanna say, you know what, I'm going all in, poker style. I'm going all in. You know, there's a major phrase that we use a lot, all in. Comes from poker. Most of you guys, you know, you're not willing to reinvest. You know, I don't buy expensive stuff, guys. I can afford a Rolex. Like, some of you guys, if you had the money that I had, and I'm not rich, some of you guys would buy, I want a Rolex. But, you know, I know a lot of people may not like Grant Cardone, but he does speak a lot of truth. I mean, he might be a scammer with his seminars, I don't know, but he does speak a lot of truth. Just you got to put all your money on the table, man, and just invest it. Whether it's into your online business, whether it's your real estate business, whatever, man, you got to reinvest your money, guys. Stop, you know. And women's a big problem. You know, women are a big problem. That's why I don't bash MGTOW, because if MGTOW's correct about one thing, it is that women's a big problem, especially when you have kids with them. Your seed is powerful. You may not believe that because we're living in a gynocentric society, but at the end of the day, the birth rate still exists. It's not 0.1, it's not 0.5. Women are still having kids. You know, I don't like so many people messing up my stream, man. It's damn near 9 o'clock and people are still out here, man. What the hell are they out here for? These are some gypsies, bro. You heard that guy that just walked past? That sounded like some gypsy music, bro. Like, what the hell are these? Anyways, so you gotta understand that I'm not gonna really say anything important because people are coming over here. I don't want to mess up my stuff to not be heard. So yeah, this is a so yeah, man, This is an interactive live stream. If any of you guys, you can ask questions, bro, and I will answer if it's on this topic. Probably gonna go another 20 to a half an hour. Let me check my data. I've used about 225. I should have about 700 left because I'm doing this stream in 480p. But yeah, man, like, these guys having kids are morons, bro. I'm telling you. And they're not having kids. They're having kids because women want kids. You know, they completely submit to the woman's will. You know, and this is the problem, guys. I don't give a shit about what women want, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to be dominated. I'm here to dominate, bro. That's what it's all about. It's all about dominating other people. I know some of you guys, a lot of you guys who dislike my videos, there's two main groups of people who dislike my videos. One of you is socialists. The other one, I think you guys know who it is. You know, but the one of the main group is socialists. I don't even know how the hell they come to this channel because I've never put socialism. I did put socialism in one of my video titles, but that was on my previous channel and I only got like 100 views. But a lot of the people who dislike me are socialists because I tell men to dominate. But the thing is, the society is where it is today because other men ventured out and dominated other people. Why do you think Africa is so poor? You know, because Africa got dominated by the whole world. You know, that's why it's poor. You know, I don't want to get into historical political crap because that's not what I'm about, but you just got to think about this stuff. A lot of you guys aren't thinking, man. You know, that's why I'm here to tell you guys that, you know, you got to think about this stuff. You're running away from your responsibility. Your responsibility is to dominate it because you guys, oh, you shouldn't dominate. So you get dominated then. That's the thing. If you choose that I don't want to dominate, then you get dominated. So which one is it? Is it dominate or be dominated? You know, is it dominate or be dominated? That's the 5-star question. Will you dominate? Does anybody around here speak English? You know, what the hell? Anyway, that's outside of the topic, but you know, it's dominate or be dominated, bro. That's what it's all about. You guys are being dominated by other men. I know it. I know you guys, and that's why you dislike my videos. Why are you disliking my videos? For telling you the truth. You know? For telling you the truth. I'm not trying to tell you guys to make you feel bad. I'm telling you guys to give you the edge over the competition. You know? If you listen to me, you are going to have a competitive edge. Guaranteed. You are going to have a competitive edge because the thing is that when you realize that you start looking at other people as, how can I use other people to my advantage to benefit me? Don't look at something like you're looking for other people to give you validation. No, how do I take from these people? Not illegally, but how do I take? Now, you can't go and you don't steal. See, that's a stupid mindset, to steal from other people. That's what criminals do and they end up in jail. You don't steal from other people. You look at, how can I steal from this person legally? Which is employ them. Employment. Because you're paying them a fraction. You know, one of the best Manosphere videos comes from Coach Red Pill. And I'm not a huge fan of Coach Red Pill, but his video, Never Be a Wage Slave, is what I would like to deem a Manosphere classic. And one of the lines he used in that video, when he ended it, he was like, let them be the wage slave and you be the slave master. That's the thing. Let them be the wage slave and you be the slave master. You know, you got to find a way how to leverage other people or other people's money. You know, the easiest way to do it is start an online business and hire people from overseas. That's the easiest way to do it. But there's other ways to leverage other people. But you have to start doing that, man. You have to start thinking about, you have to be strategic. A lot of you guys are not strategic, and you wonder why your life's a mess. Your life's a mess because you're not strategic. I don't even know where I'm going because it's black. I can't see anything. But yeah, I know how to get out of here. It's not going to take me long. I know I'm probably going in the right direction, but you got to start being strategic, guys. You know, the people at the top, they strategize. That's why they're there. And by the way, if this stream goes down, don't think I've ended it. Some of you guys are stupid. I don't end the live stream abruptly. If it goes down, it's because it's been taken down. Or something, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can help me, but when the app closes, the whole thing goes off. For some, I don't know why. This shit is weird, but you got people sitting on the floor, you know, in the middle of at this time. Like, I can understand if it's daytime, but is this place full of gypsies or what? I don't know. I'm getting out of this place, bro. This shit's getting creepy, bro. But anyways, so, you know, you gotta understand this, bro. Like, these people are delusional, man. You know, they're wasting their youth, bro. Now's the time to take risks when you're in your early 20s. When we got nothing to lose. Now's the time to take the risks. Now's the time, bro. Now is the best time to do it. There's no better time than now to start taking the risks. I'm telling you that. Start taking the risks now. You know, I can tell you that, you know, I put most of my money, like, into the business, bro. You know, I don't be buying out Rolexes and stuff when I can afford it. I can afford the Rolex I want. I can buy it. What's the point? There's no point, but I can afford it. You know, but it's stupid. You know, do you guys just buy what you want when you can get it? You know, now if it's a PC that you're going to use to program or whatever, or do something with it, or some kind of equipment that you need to achieve something, that's different. But if you're like just spending a lot of money on stuff for yourself, or even worse, for your girlfriend or your kids, which you shouldn't have, by the way. If you have kids on this channel and you're poor, you're stupid, yeah, give me a dislike. I really don't give a shit, because your life is not going to improve, bro. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. Your life ain't going to improve. See, I keep it real with you guys. You know, and I'm not beholden to anybody. That's the thing with me, like, I'm not beholden to anybody because I do this for free. So, I really keep it real with you guys, man. You know, the people at the top of society, they took mega risks. Start looking at people's stories, like people who were successful. You know, I don't know what you guys are passionate about, whether it be sports, whether it be business, whether it be entertainment, maybe actors, and look at what they did. Apparently, to be successful in Hollywood is 1 in 20,000. You know, a lot of people just pack up and they go to Hollywood. You know, they pack up and they go to Hollywood. 1 in 20,000 chance, guys. 1 in 20,000. 1 in 20,000 chance. They pack up, they go to Hollywood. But at the end of the day, it's a good idea, isn't it? Because it can work. Comes, oh well, you know, your dreams are just, you know, you're never gonna make it. you're never gonna make it. That's what people say. Oh, it's just a dream, man. It's just a dream. You're never gonna make it. But if that's how you think, then that's why you're at the bottom. Everything starts as a dream. Everything. Everything starts as a dream, guys. Today's society has gifted you many opportunities. You just don't see it. You just don't see it because you're stuck in that doomer mindset. I made a video about doomers and I got like 8-9 dislikes. Why? Because they know that notice how nobody's ever made a response video. Why has nobody ever made a response video for me? In fact, one guy did, and he was agreeing with me. He was just saying you shouldn't say it because you already know it. Which, okay, but I'm still right though. I mean, nobody has ever made a response video to me, but I've accumulated thousands of dislikes. Why is that? Because they can't refute anything I'm saying. Because if I'm just a crazy guy, why would you even watch it? It's not like I'm entertaining. I know I'm not entertaining. I'm an informational guy. I'm not entertaining. So you're watching me because you know that I'm right. That's why you're drawn to the content. You're drawn to the content because you know that I'm speaking the truth. If you have any questions, you can ask. If not, I'm going to continue. I still got to drink something. But yeah, you're drawn to the content because you know that I'm speaking the truth. That's why you're drawn to it. What I say on this channel is not refutable. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not refutable. You're not going to be able to refute what I'm saying on this channel. You're not. As much as you guys want to, as much as you guys want to sit there and say, oh, Unreal, man, you don't speak the truth, Unreal. Oh, Unreal, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I bet I got dislikes on this video already. I bet you. Because it's all hatred, man. You guys are filled with hatred towards people that push self-improvement. That shows how sick some of you guys are. Some of you guys deserve the concentration camp. And I'm being real, bro. You have hatred towards people who promote self-improvement. I don't understand how anybody can hate this channel. But there's people that hate it because look at the dislikes I get. I don't understand how anybody can hate a channel that promotes self-improvement. Because it's not even really, that I'm making videos. Because I barely do any bash nowadays. I barely do any bash. When was the last time I bashed somebody in one of my videos? I barely do any bash anymore. I still get the same amount of dislikes. So it's not about like before I used to bash a lot. I barely bash anymore, guys. It's nothing to do. It's the self-improvement that they hate. Because I thought it might be, well, I'm bashing guys. I used to do a lot of bash, I'm not gonna lie, but it was done with a purpose though. It wasn't just meaningless. But now I barely do any bash. They hate the self-improvement. That's what they hate. It's got nothing to do with bashing other content creators. When was the last time I made a video on Virgin Messiah? When was the last time I made a video on hiding in my room? My last videos that have got a lot of dislikes, I'm not bashing anybody. But yeah, I'm still. So, this tells you that, and at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people say like this society is competitive. Yes, it's competitive. But at the same time, there's a lot of morons out there. We're not living in a society where people are all that intelligent. A lot of people are just morons. They're clowns. They're buffoons. They're imbeciles. That's what we're living in, really, when you think about it. A lot of people are imbeciles, man. We're not living in this society of high intelligence people, of people who are super hardworking, of people who are, really, we're living in a society of morons. If we want to be completely and brutally honest about it, look at what people are doing. Like you look at these channels, like, people are whining and complaining. They're getting more views than I am. Because whining and complaining is more popular than self-improvement. So why are you still struggling? Why are you still struggling? Because you're not making the right decisions. Some of you guys are young. You got all the time in the world to do the self-improvement. all the time in the world. You know, self-improvement is not that hard. You know, I'm in a position right now where, you know, I don't even really need to work hard. I don't need to work 80 to 100 hours a week anymore to grow the business, or to grow the business at a rate which is acceptable to me. But I'm still going to do it because, you know, it accelerates your process. I want to hit my prime as a successful guy. See, a lot of you guys have hit your prime and you're still a loser. And that's the guys that I talk about. Why do you think I choose over 30s? Because 30s is when you hit your prime. If you hit your prime and you're still at the bottom of the food chain, you're going to have to take a risk, a major risk. You know, a major risk. Because otherwise, there's no way you're going to move up. It's impossible to move up. It's like if you're playing poker, right, you have to go all in. When you're at the bottom, you have to. You have to go all in. There's no other alternative. You have to go all in. You have to put all the chips in the table, bro. It's that simple. Because you don't have anything to hold on to, and that's the benefit. That's what you guys don't understand. That's the benefit of being at the bottom of the food chain. You have no expenses. You have no commitments. You know, it's not like you guys have a massive social circle with a wife and kids. You know, and that's something that's holding you back. You know, see, I know that I've got nothing to really hold on to. I've got nothing to hold on to. Some of you guys might say, well, that's too bad, Unreal. You know, you ain't got nothing to hold on to, Unreal. You must be sad. No, I'm happy. Because it gives me the opportunity. That's the thing. It gives me the opportunity to move forward. That's what makes it so fantastic. That's what makes it so fantastic, guys. I've got so much opportunity to move forward. You know, most of you guys who watch this channel are under 30. You know, so you haven't actually hit your prime yet. Prime starts for men maybe about 32, 33. I don't know. I'm just estimating. You haven't hit your prime yet. I'm years away from my prime. You know, I'm years away from my prime. And because I'm years away from my prime, that's to my benefit, man. Is there any point that we keep walking? I don't know. I might keep walking, but is there any point? So, you know, if you want to hit your prime as a guy, right? If you want to hit your prime, you're going to have to make a decision right now and say, you know what? I'm going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to go all in. You know, that's what you're going to have to do. I can see it. What happens when you waste your prime. And the thing is with you guys, all of you guys have seen the evidence around you. You've seen your parents. You've seen these guys on YouTube. And I'm going to make another video why I think that today's society is the best society to live in throughout history or throughout recent history. I know some of you guys aren't going to agree with that, but I really don't care because I know that, I mean, you know, you see the failure. The internet has given us an opportunity to see the failure, see what happens. Just look at these guys. This is years of negligence. Years of negligence will put you in that position. That's what happens when you neglect your life for years and years and years. That's what happens when you waste your youth. You know, that's exactly what happens. You end up in that kind of position. Remember, guys, it's interactive. You can ask questions, man. Nobody said anything. You know, you guys ain't got nothing to say, you boneheads. You know, you must have something to say. I mean, I'm open to questions for the next 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, I mean, you know, you see what happens. You see what happens when you're at the bottom, man. And when you remain at the bottom. You know, you see what happens. It's so easy to end up in that position. All you have to do is do nothing. You know, that's all you do. Nothing. Sit at home, smoke weed, play Call of Duty, you know, go to the bar, try to pick up chicks and fail. You know, that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do nothing. You really don't have to do anything to end up in that position. Nothing has to be done. See, and that's the thing. With guys like me, right, I was heading in that same position. But I said, you know what? I'm going to become an online entrepreneur. And it's worked out for me so far. Yeah, I'm not rich, but I'm making a livable income, and my income's growing every month. Or I should say every year, because sometimes I have bad months, but overall, a year on year, I'm making more money every year. You know? And I haven't taken a big risk yet. I have not taken a big risk yet in my life. You know, one thing that I had always to my advantage, I've always been smart with money. You know, because I grew up not very rich, and my parents were cheap, so I've always been smart with money. That's the one thing that I had to my advantage. I've always been smart with money. You know, and that's probably what saved me. You know, but you gotta understand that it doesn't take that long to move up on a food chain. You know, it doesn't take that long when you think about it. 3 years ago I was making 1,000 a month. Okay, my next goal is to make 10,000 a month, which I should hit by the end of the year. Okay, so that's the thing. From barely scraping four figures a month to hitting 6 figures a month. Some months I didn't even scrape 4 figures because I wasn't serious in 2016, 2017. I wasn't serious about life. You know, I was playing video games 4 hours a day, and I wasn't. But that's the thing. You can move up. You know, it doesn't take that long to move up on a food chain. You know, and money will give you options. And that's before even mastering anything. You can make 100, 150,000 without really even leveraging people or, you know, making any major risks. That's why, you know, I'm going to save this for the other video. But this society, stop being so negative about this modern day society. Stop focusing on, you know, geopolitics and all this bullshit. You're going to end up like that Frankenstein looking guy. You know, that big head Frankenstein that's dating that transsexual. You're going to end up like him. He wasted his time thinking about politics, and look at his life. It's a mess. Politics is a waste of time. Why are you talking about something that you have no control over? You have zero control, so why are you complaining about it? You know? That's the biggest losers, who complain about things that they have zero control over. What are you hoping to achieve by complaining about something that you have no control over? It doesn't even make any sense to me. But that's something that I never got into. You know? Sometimes you have to block things out of your brain. You have to only think about things that you have control over. It's going to benefit you in a major, major way. I'll tell you that much, guys. You know? I'll tell you that much. You know, people say that life is short. That's a lie. You think life is short for somebody who's in death row? Sorry, not death row. Well, life is not short for them either, but life imprisonment, it's not. Life is not short. Because, you know, that's a coping mechanism to say life is short. Because I still got another 50, 60 years to live, more than likely. And I've only been here for 20-something years. So how is life short? Yeah, life goes quickly. It does go quickly, but when you think about it, you know, you got a long time to live, bro. Like, you know, you got everybody on this channel. Nobody watches this channel in their 50s and 60s, but some of you guys sound like you're in your 50s and 60s because you're already given up. You know, you already given up. You've given up on life. Well, if you give up on life, then you might as well finish yourself because you're going to suffer forever. That's the thing. We've got 3 people watching. If you've got any questions, ask them. If not, I'm just going to continue for a few minutes more. So yeah. You know, I know what it's like to waste your youth, man. Luckily for me, I only wasted a bit of it, but I'm still young, I'm still fresh. You know, that's the thing. A lot of you guys, you're in a position where, you know, you're gonna have to start to get really, really serious now. You know, always think about how can I get a competitive edge over the rest of the people. You always have to be thinking that constantly. How can I compete with the people on the food chain? How can I compete with them? You know, you got to start thinking. You know, I made a choice to work 80 to 100 hours a week, and that benefited me greatly. It did, it benefited me greatly. If you're working 40 hours a week at a job, you got no side hustle, I'm sorry, bro, but it's over for you. I'm being real. Cue the dislikes, but I'm being real. It's over for you. If you're working 40 hours a week, that's it, at a job, you know, and you got no side hustle, more than likely it's over for you. Because you're underachiever already. You're not going to get a top job. And the job game is for women now anyway. Not to mention the fact that there's a Great Depression coming that will eliminate many jobs from the entire market forever. Let's not forget about that. You've got to keep that in mind. But, you know, for a lot of you guys, it's over. But, you know, you got to also be optimistic and think, you know, if you don't have kids, if you don't have a girlfriend, you know, you have an advantage. That's an advantage. You know, MGTOW's correct about that. That's actually an advantage, because ultimately we are competing. You can't get away from competition. You just can't. It's part of the human condition. Competition is part of the human condition. Stop trying to run away from competition. You're not, you know, if you want to run away from competition, go and kill yourself. And I'm not advocating that, but I'm saying how ridiculous it is to think that you're going to get away from, you're not going to get away from competition, guys. It's part of the human condition. So, having kids does not help. I mean, some people, it motivates them to work harder, but if you need to have kids to be motivated to work harder, then there's something wrong with you. You know, there's something wrong with you. You got less time, you got less money. You know, those are the things that matter, man. Time more than money, but you can buy time a little bit, in a sense. You know. So, I mean, look. I hope you guys understand. I really hope you guys understand that for every risk, there is a reward. You go to Hollywood, there's a 1 in 20,000 chance of you making it, if that statistic is true. But for that 1 in 20,000, it works. You know, it works. You know, you start a business. Now, a physical business, they say, I think 90% of physical businesses, it doesn't include online businesses, by the way. That 90% of business, you know, because these people, oh, I don't want to start a business because, you know, 90% of businesses fail in the first year. Yeah, if you start a restaurant, you're going to fail in the first year. If you start, you know, some kind of store, a convenience store or something like that, yeah, a lot. I know, because I live in an area where a lot of the, you know, there's one business is like on the corner. You know, for the last like 10 years, this business, right, has been like changed like 15 times. It's crazy how many times this business has been rebranded and changed. I know that already. Some of you guys really come and say some stupid stuff on my channel, but that doesn't include online. Online business is safer because you don't need a premises. You don't need a physical premises. You don't have to pay rent for physical premises. You know, and that's the thing. Online business is a good idea. And plus, it allows you to save money. Because when you're online, you can at least be location independent. You're not tied to living in an area. You can go to the cheap area in the country. Because you're online, and you can use that money and invest it into more, and grow your business and make more money, or start another business. You know, or invest in the stock market, or invest in what do you call it? real estate, whatever, man. There's a lot of options available in today's society, and you guys are wasting it and then complaining about today's society. There's really nothing to complain about. You're forcing yourself to be miserable. Oh, feminism, oh, stop getting into all these ideologies. Stop getting into all these different ideologies, guys. You have to give up all these ideologies, man. If all this stupid shit on the internet, you see these guys complaining, they're all poor as well. All these poor bums complaining about society. Modern day society is not perfect, but anyway, I'm going to save that for the other video. Tune into that video, man. It's going to be called Why Today's Society is the Best to Live in Modern History, or something, I don't know, something like that. I really believe that. I'm going to save the rest of the content. So yeah, I don't think I have any questions, man. You guys don't got nothing to say. So that's fine, man. That's fine, because I'm going to finish this. So is the Unreal Man here, the truth of manosphere. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you are informed every time I upload a new video. Alright.